Okay, right now we have USD JPY on the screen. We had a wonderful sell trade that started from here all the way up to here. So let's see if there was any opportunity to get that trade. So we start by analyzing the week before. We started from here all the way up to up here. So, okay, first thing is to locate the holds. Okay, we can see there was a sweep up. Okay, let's see where we can put this hold. We can see the lower side is here. Okay, let me reanalyze this. Okay, we have sellers, buyers come, sweep up, sellers come in, sweep it back down. Okay, let's locate one hold here. We have another hold up here. Okay, so this buy candle identifies this hold, the first one. Then prices come up as they are here, they are consolidated. Then suddenly we have this sell candle that gets out of the consolidation, so we locate the second hold there. Okay, so we have prices come and they're delivered back into this hold. They surpass the hold downwards, come back up. We can see there's another hold here, but it's lying within this hold. Okay, prices are taken back into this hold, and then suddenly this selling candle takes it out of that hold again, all the way down this side, right? So down there we can see there's this hold here. We're identifying it because of this buy candle that overlapped upwards. So we locate a hold there. Okay, we can see prices came back, it's redelivered into those holds up there. Then prices come back down here. Okay. Okay, the week starts off from this point, right? Now we have multiple holds that have overlapped each other. So by principle, let's see the story and then we'll tell which hold is important. We start off with this hold, prices are taken up in this hold, redelivered back in this hold, taken down, brought back up in the hold, taken back up into this hold, brought back down. They just bypass this hold here, taken down, and then okay, right when the prices are down here, there is another hold formed, and then prices are taken out of that hold, delivered into this hold, further delivered into this hold up here, right? Then while they're up in this hold, they're delivered back into this hold, and then they are further taken down back in this hold, right? So up until this point, I can say this lowest hold down here, this one is the most important hold to consider. Why? Because prices were taken out, taken into these holds, and then redelivered back with a spike. Now, with unique to JPY pairs, we consider this spike into this hold is it tells a very huge story. Sorry, not a huge story, but it's of key significance. If we're into this last week, if we're trying to get a trade in this JPY, when it fakes out upwards here, I'm actually looking to sell this pair, but I'm not going to sell this JPY pair unless these prices are brought back into this hold, either with a body or with a spike. In this case, it was with a spike. So when the prices come back, this is unique to any JPY pair. When the fake out happens, the prices have to come back to the hold where the fake out started for me to actually jump into any trade. If it's a fake out like this one upwards, it has to first come back into the hold. Then up until this point is when I would actually be looking to sell. So for this JPY pair, up until this right here where I put the crosshair, I'm looking to sell. Right now, let's observe from on the 1 hour now. I'm looking to sell this because prices left this hold and actually came back. That's how I know, okay, yeah, now I can look to sell. So from this point onwards, I'm going to look for sales on an invitation to sell on the 1 hour. Okay, this is where we start to observe right here. That's where the week started. So no invitation to sell, none, none, none here, none here, none here, none here, none here as well. So that's one day. We move on to the following day, and right here is where the invitation to sell is. You can see there's that kind of inverted V, or it's an N, however it is. So we mark those 2 points. We go to the 4 hour to observe a few things. So one thing we need to look at, we're looking for in the 4 hour, is the proof of digestion. But before we get onto the proof of digestion, notice how prices have moved from this hold and have been redelivered into this hold. Now, when they're in this hold, when they arrive in this hold, do they move down or do they move up right before we are invited to sell? We notice that they move above the hold. So the sale is still valid because prices moved above the hold, and up until we are invited to sell, they've actually come back into the hold. It's a small kind of N. That is very crucial. If these prices would, if had they been delivered into this hold, faked up upwards, and by the time I'm invited to sell, the prices haven't spiked back into this hold, I would actually not take that sell trade, right? Because at up until where I'm jumping into the trade, the sell trade here, now my importance of which my consideration of which hold is important has shifted from this hold down here to this hold, because prices have been delivered into this upper hold. So they fake out briefly and come back, so the sale is valid. Now, proof of digestion, let me delete these 2 red lines to actually see it. So yes, the first red candle shows proof of digestion. It has digested the green candle before it fully, and this red candle too has digested the green candle before it fully. Now notice our entry lies, we've been taking trades whereby these 2 red lines are actually adjacent to each other. There would not be a candle in between, but here we're having a green candle being sandwiched by 2 red candles. That is also another entry I usually take. So we've just crossed over into the USD JPY pairs, so we expect a few things to change here and there. So that sandwich is also an invite to jump in for the sell. So the earliest I can get this sell is in this 4 hour candle. So let's go and show where I would actually put my stop loss and take profit. So I would put my stop loss, typically I would put it here. But like I said, if there's any point higher, then it doesn't have to be extremely high, but usually there's a point slightly higher than where I would typically put my stop loss like I've done now. If there's any point higher than that point, then I adjust my stop loss to that place, which is where I've put right now. So that's where I put my stop loss. The earliest you can jump in this trade here, so anywhere above this line, I'm going to place a sell order. So let me delete it. Let me delete stop loss line as well. So the entry is sorted. Now we look to where we're going to put our take profit really. So we look back into the previous week. How many holds do we have? We can count 1, 2, 3. So 3 holds. It's an okay number, but it's on the lower side. And then did the prices take out the previous week's high before they took off? Let's see. That didn't happen. They didn't take out the previous week's high. So I would basically want to get out of this trade as soon as possible. So I'll grab this sell from up here. Probably when the prices arrive in this range, I want to be out. Unless there's some news to support it, then I would consider holding this trade to actually take out the previous week's low, which was down here. Let's see. Yes, we can see they took out the previous week's low at this point and even continued further.